Good evening, everybody. Sorry if I wince in pain in the middle of the stream. I pulled a muscle in a rib or something, and yeah. Once in a while, I'm like, oh my god, oh shit, oh boy. So yeah. Good news, guys. It looks like mainnet's almost here. When moon, sir. What a tweet to put out. Got myself a new copper mug. Yeah, good stuff. Hope everyone has a great day. Ready for Pulsechain Mud Hog. Ain't lying. 'Twas the night before Christmas. I feel like a kid again. Just remember this time, guys. We will never, I'm guessing, we'll never experience something like this again. If you've been here for 2 years waiting for this, then congratulations. Black Label Expat. Digging it a little bit. Sleep is for the weak. Let's go. Yeah, that's right, Spaniard. Archipelago, what's up? Pick Randy. Hello, Hexkins. Nice. Yeah, that's cool AI pick. I had to put the Hex logo had to be done afterwards. I used Pick Monkey to make it look appropriate with the Hex logo. But yeah. Hello, JL. Locksmith. Hello, Sandra. Good to see you tonight. Some Randy. Hello, Hexkins. How soon? When ready? When ready? Soon. How soon? When ready? Yo. All I know is we're all like kids right now. We're all giddy. I could care less about the hex price. I don't give two shits. I really don't. The hex price could drop to a penny. I don't care. I told y'all, I don't care. Why? Because I'm staked. I'm staked really freaking long. It does not bother me what the hex price does. Excuse me. I sacked for almost every project that's coming to Pulsechain. Everyone, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. I want to see the fireworks fly. I want to see the airdrops flowing in. I want to see people to stop fighting. And I just want good times again with crypto in general. And like I said, this has not felt like a bear market. This whole time, I feel like we've been in a watered down bear market for those of us who are in Hex and Pulsechain, and it doesn't really feel like that light's changing color real fast. That's annoying. Like hold on a second. So it doesn't feel like a bear market really. Try something here. Too fast. Come on. We'll just stick with one color tonight. How's that? There we go. Just go with green. So yeah, it doesn't feel like a bear. We've had our heads down. We've been working. Starting in September, I started streaming 5 nights a week. I launched No Permissions, so I've been busy building the website out and working with Ben to launch the course. Just go to bendubar.com to sign up for that, and just turning on my education side and helping people and just enjoying this time before Pulsechain launches. Once Pulsechain launches, I'm going to shift. My shift is going to be, I'm going to be telling everybody and educating people about the projects on Pulsechain, whether it be something new that launches on Power City or Fiat or Liquid Loans or Mintra. I'm going to tell you guys about the new stuff that's coming, the exciting projects that might be coming. I'll be interviewing people, all kinds of stuff. Like this Thursday, Jesse, Just Ask Jesse, is coming in to our strategy call for No Permissions and is going to have a private call with us. That's so freaking cool, man. And I figured, you know what, it can't hurt to ask. So I asked him to come in. So, guys, I want to talk about something really quick. I don't want to segue and get away from the positive, but what happened last night with a certain person who came in and started talking shit in the chat, and I don't like that. I will ban people for that shit, especially somebody like that who's never once come into the chat before and made comments. They show up all of a sudden and they're making comments because somebody pissed on their parade. Or, no, it's rain on their parade, but pissed on their parade just sounds much better. And I want to say too that if you are hankering to start a fight with somebody, please don't start it in my chat. I will put you in timeout. Or the mods, if you see someone talking shit about somebody that is not there to represent themselves, then please put them in timeout, because there's no need to be talking about other people in a negative way in the chat, because you guys know that I go through the chat and I read almost every comment. So sometimes I get halfway through a comment or I got it up on the screen and I didn't realize that it was smack talking, right? So today I got a message from from somebody, and they said, Randy, they were talking bad about us in your chat and you allowed it to happen, type of thing. I'm like, God, I hate being responsible for other people's actions. Seriously. But I can be responsible for mine. And my actions are, I don't have to put if I see something in the chat, usually I'll put it up on screen. But if I notice you're talking shit about somebody, I'm not going to put it on screen. And because I usually get pretty behind in my chat. So if you notice it as one of the mods, you can go ahead and put that person in timeout. I don't care. Go ahead and do it. I prefer that than me accidentally reading something on the screen, and then other project founders and stuff get pissed at me. So let's keep it real. Let's not talk about people. That's the lowest form of communication, man. I cannot stand that. And in Spanish, we call it chisme. I can't stand gossip, chisme, whatever the shit may be. I don't like it. Maybe it's that whole, yeah. I don't get into it. I don't like it. Move on. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy life. We don't have to talk shit about each other. If you're going to talk shit about somebody, talk it to their face, man. Don't use other people's platforms to do it. Hey, Kinetics, Serena, Thomas Winter, Crypto Compassion. Snapshot is the fork, JL. The fork is the snapshot. The snapshot is the fork. Repeat after me. Oh God. Liddy Mug. What's Liddy Mug? Valuetainment and Patrick Bet-David offered Tucker Carlson a $100 million deal to come to his YouTube channel. Ooh-wee. Dang. Patrick Bet-David's got it like that? I know his company is worth a lot, but geez. Hello, come get me, aliens. Yeah. Bring on Midnight Tracy. It's close. It's close. Ramon, I got this off of Amazon. I love it. It's really nice. Not the easiest thing to clean, but they're really high quality. So just look for the one that looks like this with the little nipples on it on Amazon. There's a bunch of them. My wife loves hers too. But the only thing I put in it is water. This has got lemon water. That's all. Hello, TexX. Mike, what's up, man? Let's go mainnet in a banking crisis. That's right. Do it. When the banks got the world took the baseball bat to the kneecaps of banks, we can launch on crypto, and the crypto has a bull run. All cool with me. Hey fam, wow, could we really be days away? Crypto curious, we are definitely just days away. That's what it's feeling like. Thomas, you've only been waiting 1 year? I've been waiting. In July, it'll be 2 years. Hey, all when launched. LOL, good times. Yeah, absolutely. Soon. Yeah. Hello, Berto. Good to see you. Okay, crypto. Days. Come on. Hats off to the sackers who have waited so long. For me, it's just another thing I'm late to. It's okay. Sorry, hello, sir. Hope you are doing well and happy to catch you live. Welcome. Can't imagine waiting 2 years. This is intense. I love it. Yeah. Seriously. Oh, God. We drop tomorrow after FOMC meeting. Max FUD. Let's go. That will be interesting. I still think it would be nice for the history books that if we launch on the 5th during the solar eclipse, I think that'd be freaking cool. In the middle of, is it solar? No, lunar eclipse. On Thursday, there's a lunar eclipse and a full moon. What a cool day to launch on. And that's just me because I love that kind of stuff. But that'd be pretty interesting. Hey, Randy, been out of action traveling. Sorry, I missed you. Catching all the replays. Australia, then Hex Cruise. Yeah, you've been traveling, man. I was thinking, where'd you just know Australia? Because you posted something about you're in Miami for the Hex Cruise. I'm like, man, he just posted that he was in Australia. Dude, that's some serious flight time. It's been 2 years. That cray time flies. Yeah, James. Wow. Good evening, fellow Hex Guns. Hey, Meltoni. And on top of that, Hex is 3.5 years old. What? How is that possible? Goodness gracious. Hey, Robert. Luna Queen, see? Luna Queen showed up. Maybe we're going to have it on the Luna means moon in Spanish. So maybe we're going to have the lunar eclipse. Let's do it. Getting my yield, so I don't care if Pulse takes longer. Just get it right, Devs. That's right, Steve. Still at work, about to load a truck. I'll have to watch the replay, catch the replay. Monkmaster Hex, get it done, sir. No, Tony, thank you. 5.5 cents, almost 5.6. Hello, Mom. Been watching all of Ben's videos this week. He's so good. Yes, he is. Ben is an educator. He's a really good educator. So that's why when he came to me, he said, hey, Randy, you want to work with me on my course? I was like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, I do. Let's do this. Speaking of Mintra, anyone know why no Mintra tokens on testnet? Just curious. Spaniard, that's a good question. I've wondered that too. I've also wondered why they're so quiet. The Mintra team is probably the most quiet of all the platforms that took a sack. So it's been interesting. Nothing against Gerardo. I like how the Power City team is. They're very vocal and they communicate with us. I like how the Fiat team is. They're very vocal. Liquid loans, they're a little bit come and go. You know, they'll be here for a while, then they'll disappear for a couple weeks. Like even Hexy Bastard and his crew, they kind of disappeared for a while. But now they got 9inch, their new exchange. I think I got a message from somebody saying that they wanted to talk to me about 9inch. Oh, it's K9, one of the Pulse Doge Win guys, wrote to me and asked me if I had checked out 9inch yet. So I'll have to look into it. Maybe I can get one of those guys to come on stream with me. That'd be cool. Clint Trones. P-Hex V versus E-Hex. Go. E-Hex is the Ferrari. P-Hex is the Volkswagen. More people are going to use P-Hex, but E-Hex will still be there, and people that have large bags that have lots of Ethereum and things are still going to play in the E-Hex stadium and still want to do that kind of stuff. So I think both are going to do well, but they're definitely going to be aimed at different communities. Did you get that Tower Bank pizza today? No, that's tomorrow, Ted. That's tomorrow. So I have a Hexagon flying in tomorrow. We're setting up their bank accounts. And Then afterwards, we'll head over to Catania Pizza. It's named after Catania, Sicily, because the owner's from Catania, and he came here with his partners and opened up an Italian pizzeria. It's almost authentic. I understand why they had to change some things, like putting more toppings on the pizzas and making them bigger, because in Italy, frankly, the pizzas are tiny. It's just one pizza for one person, and the toppings are a lot lighter. But still, it's really good stuff. And they don't have a brick oven. I think they use regular fire ovens. He says he wants to build a brick oven, but when you're a small business owner, you do what you got to do until things are good enough. So he immigrated to Panama, and it's a 5-minute walk from my house. Go get some nice Sicilian pizza. What's up, Optimality? Enjoying your streams, Randy. So many good content providers in Hex and Pulse. It's made the way for Pulse and PulseX much easier. Will and Lessig. That is absolutely right. And I feel the same way. I watch people like Corey Geary and Valiant Brand and Hex Token and all these folks that create great content, and their shorts, the short versions I see on TikTok. That's mostly what I watch, is the short stuff. It's just some good people. I love it all. So I want to tell you guys some good news. One of the Hexicans saved my ass. I can't remember who it was. I think they sent me a message on Twitter. They said that your staker app, if you lose your keys for your staker app, it's not a problem if you have Android. And maybe it works for Apple, but I don't have iOS. My wife does on her phone. Her phone's an Apple phone. Mine is not. So I bought a brand new Samsung. And today I copied all of my apps over from my old phone. And now my staker app copied, and the Hex that I have staked on there copied over as well. So I didn't have to have my passphrase. I didn't have to re-enter the passphrase in order to open it, because I lost my passphrase. And you guys know the story. I was when we got our visa denied to stay in Mexico, we were told some bullshit. Somebody told us, "Oh, come to Mazatlan. Come see the immigration office here in Mazatlan. We'll help you. We'll get you guys your residency so you can stay in Mexico." Remember, this is during the pandemic, and we didn't want to come back to Panama at that time because Panama was insane. Not as bad in places like Canada, but it was still bad. So we went, and after 2 weeks, they denied us because they wouldn't take my income from PayPal. They said PayPal wasn't a real bank. And I'm like, what the freak you're talking about? I'm making way more than you guys are asking for, like $1,800 a month. I was making way more than that. And I was like, you don't accept PayPal? I said, I don't have a bank account. At the time, I didn't even have a bank account. All I had was my PayPal account, which I opened in 96, right? So, or some early year. I mean, whenever eBay became popular is when I opened it. So we had to rush back to Acapulco. We had to break our lease. We had to give away everything that we had just purchased. And I don't know what happened, but I lost the piece of paper that I had written down my passphrase for Staker app. So I was like, I didn't realize it until I was already back in Panama. I was going through my papers. I bought my new phone, this one, and I wanted to input my seed phrase, but I couldn't. I couldn't find it. I'm like, what's going on? So after a few days of looking around for it, couldn't find it, I gave up. And it's been about a year and a half now, or 2 years now. And I've had this old phone, the Samsung A51 that I had bought Christmas time of 2020, right? Yeah, Christmas 2020. I bought it in Acapulco, and frankly, you guys know how phones are. Phones die; they just stop working. And I said, "Oh my God, this! You mean to tell me this phone needs to last? It needs to last because this is a 15-year stake. I have to go at least 7.5 years, which means it will be another 5 years from now, or so until I could end that stake. Or I could have ended after like 3 more years once it gets to like 36%, but it would eat into the principal, right? And I didn't want to do that. So someone messaged me and said, Randy, all you need to do with a Samsung is get another Samsung and use the Switch app, the Samsung, or copy information or copy your apps to everything over. I did it today. It took about 30 minutes. All set. I got my hex. I mean, it's like 30,000 hex now. That's a considerable amount of hex. When I first did it, it wasn't much because I was just doing a test. And at the time, hex was probably 0.8 of a penny when I first did that stake. Not even thinking, not taking it serious or anything. So I just wrote the staker app, the stuff on a piece of paper instead of somewhere more permanent. Man, whenever you set up a wallet, no matter how small the stake is or how small the amount of money it is on it, make sure you take care. And so you don't have headaches like Randy went through. But now I'm happy. I know I'll go for 5 years with this phone or 4 years, whatever, because it's not going to be used. It'll never leave the house. And then I'll get another one. And it's a cheap. This phone was it was an A03. Yeah, a Galaxy A03. It was like $100. Who knows what that hex stake is going to be worth in the future? It'll be worth it. Sorry, I went off on that tangent, but I just want to remind everyone, be secure, save your passphrases, put them in safe places, and don't be in a rush like we were. Minter has had a testnet on 2B. I'm assuming not all the coins came over for testing 4.3. Okay. Yes, please be kind. Tom, put him in the corner. Yeah, Clintrones. That's all we got, man. We gotta be positive. Ready for Pulse and PulseX to pump, Ryan? It's gonna be fun. If you're feeling froggy, then leap muñeca. Muñeca is a doll. If you're wondering what muñeca is, it means doll. I'm coming up 1 year in crypto. It's been a ride. Beautiful time to be a Hexagon. Doug, really? 1 year in crypto? Wow. You came in at a perfect time. What's up, UFO to go? Be active, Brace. Hey, Randy, do you think it's probable that RH sacked for PLS and PLSX? Not talking about the OA. He could have. Why not? We'll never know because he doesn't tell us. But we know he did the OA. My mom, she's right. Our family does not do drama. Yeah, I'm not into the drama thing. I don't like being pulled into drama. I just stay away from it. Crypto Server 369, what's up? Wasn't me. I will do better, Randy. Don't ban me for talking trash, please. No, Kinetics, it was not you. No. Hi again from Japan. Hey, Randy, speculation. If mainnet launches in the next week, what is your hex price prediction for end of May? Hex price prediction for end of May. Well, it's going to get smoked when it first launches. What you could do is you can go back to Big Payday, November of 2020, and you could see what happened to Hex at that time. So prior to Big Payday, we hit, I think, 1.1 or 1.2 cents. As soon as the Big Payday happened, the price dropped to 1/4 of a penny. And I remember Hexologists and a couple other people, they were able to buy that dip, and it didn't stay down there for more than an hour. And the price was right back to 1/2 penny. And it stayed there for probably 2 or 3 months or something. It traded sideways. It didn't do much. And then we slowly started pumping. And then we got the mid 2021 is when Richard announced Pulsechain. And obviously everyone knows history from there. But yeah, it was good times. That's right. That's what I want to hear too. Let's do it. Yep. Weird stuff going on with MetaMask Way, not just the high fees. It's nasty. When snapshot is when fork is when snapshot. That's right, optimality. Hey, Corey. Hey, Randy, how are you tonight? Missed the first few minutes. Somebody said mainnet. Yes, they did. I'm pumped. Let's do it. Lit, little, dope, nice, cool. Mike. B-Flow. B-Flow, are you drunk tonight? Are you smoking weed again? Love the hat, Rennie. Is that one? No. I have three. I had three. I gave one away. You got it. They're not for sale. That's the problem. You're not going to get one. We're hoping that Hex Merch will have all versions of these hats for sale soon, but they have to. Something needs to be done. I'm not quite sure. I like to use the big glass Voss water bottle. Ryan, there you go. Glass works too. Mainnet during a bank crisis. That way nobody can sell. Yeah, no. Thank you, Kinetics. How do we know it's close? Well, let's look. Here we got the charts here, but let's go to Richard's Twitter. So Richard tweeted 9 hours ago. He said, "When mainnet, sir." And then right after that, he tweeted, "When it's ready, which is soon. When is soon, when it's ready." Smart ass. Oh, God. Yeah, he's being a comedian. So that's kind of what's going on. Richard's trolling us. We're very close. Very, very close. The devs are talking about how close it is. Crypto Surfer says hours to launch. Could be. Problem Solver, what's up? Yep, got my gray hairs, man. Proud gray hair. Rainmaker for real. What's up? Crypto Compassion. 5-year contract, 20 a year. What's that for, Micah? 20 what a year? Yo, what's up, Crypto Sloth? Good to see you. I'm starting my 10-day fast tomorrow so I can get ready for PR in Panama before fall. Corey, beautiful. I'm on a fast right now. I ate yesterday around 5 p.m. on my last meal. So it's been almost 29 hours since I last ate. I won't eat again until at least 10 a.m. tomorrow because I eat after I go to the gym. So yeah, it'll end up being a 40-something hour fast. But yeah, 10 days, it's pretty tight. Good. Congratulations to you. Most I've ever done was 30 days. I know that sounds crazy, but I was going through a rough time. It was 2000. I was living in Columbus, Ohio. And yeah, it was just tough times for me mentally. So what I do, I fasted. And it got me through it. So I'll never forget the day I went off that fast. I went to one of the local diners in Columbus. I can't remember the name of the diner. I actually looked it up. It doesn't look like they're in business anymore. And I got a sausage cornbread. I got a huge chunk of sausage cornbread with sausage gravy over the top of it. That's how I broke my fast. Folks, that's not how you're supposed to break a fast. But that's how Randy did back in the day. Sausage cornbread with gravy. Oh, man. It's a good thing I don't live in the U.S. anymore, man. You guys got crazy food. 5/5 is a potent day for launch. Also, May 16th to 17th is significant. Yep. I wouldn't doubt it if Richard was into the esoteric stuff. Look, 3.69 is the inflation rate. Using the hexagon is important. Hex symbol is 666. I don't know why he did that, but whatever. Motorcycles are out there. So yeah, there's a lot of esoteric stuff on what Richard's doing. So why not launch on a full moon and lunar eclipse? How long do you think ratio trading goes on mainnet before bridging starts? I think it's going to be 48 hours. 48 hours makes sense. That's what Richard said, so I'll stick to that. Icosa, 64.7 cents. Yes. Imagine if Pulsechain launched this month and you have to wait another 2 years for your SAC to hit a 10,000x. Is that a bad thing? Are you trying to make that look bad? Because damn, that looks good. If I have to wait 2 years for a 10,000x, dang, bro, I'll take it. I think PulseX will do 10,000x before Pulsechain. So I've told you guys many times, PulseX is I think it's the gem. And I would not sell one PHEX if I were you guys. But I know some people, they didn't sacrifice for Pulsechain, so they want to get some Pulse using their PHEX. I call that a risky move. I would bring in new money when the bridge happens to buy Pulsechain. Do what you got to do. Interesting fact, the Ethereum crew kept saying 2 weeks until launch for 6 months. The story is on Google. Damn, Diamond Dave, I didn't know that. That's cool. Yep, 4 years old in no time. Sandy Beach, welcome. Launched on Cinco de Mayo. Ratio trading is back. Everyone will be drunk on tequila and miscount the zeros. And hopefully, got lots of lemon in there. That would mean Randy would do well, but we need to have limit orders for it to really count for me. 336 hours equals 2 more weeks. Geez, Ivan. Little Sandy. I can see launch at lunar eclipse too. It'll be so freaking awesome. Our boy Waters Above will be all over it if we launched on the lunar eclipse. James, no, I am not. No, I am not. I will stick to my regular 1 hour stream every night. So I was talking in real life to a Hexagon today. He was telling me on testnet V4, he put 100 million PulseX for like 2,800 incentive tokens. And he turned the 100 million PulseX into 2 billion plus tokens. Wow. Yeah, it is a testnet, Rainmaker for real. So that's not going to be likely in the real one, but I'm sure some people are going to do great. See, that's what I'm talking about. The Mintra folks have been so quiet that everyone's forgot about them. You're right. Gerardo just disappeared, kind of worried. Even the Telegram is quiet. But frankly, NFTs are kind of a nothing sandwich right now. Maybe there's just not much to talk about. Rackham, yeah, they're launching a centralized exchange with the Saudis. I know that. Thoughts on the Volkswagen Atlas SEL? Okay, more Hex. I don't want to rain on your parade, but any Volkswagen built in the U.S., yeah, I even have trouble with the Volkswagens built in Mexico. So, I mean, my Touareg, it was built in Slovakia, so I have more trust in it. The closer to Germany, the better. My Tiguan was built in Germany, so that's just how I am with Volkswagens. I owned a Volkswagen GTI that was built in Mexico. This is back in 97. Or 98. It was a 98 GTI. And I bought it in Germany on the American base there in Germany. And I drove it back down to Italy. And as I was going, I had just a couple stops. I stopped in Germany a couple places. And every time I stopped, everybody wanted to see my car. And they're like, that's not a German Volkswagen. And then they want to play with it. They're slamming the doors and they're checking it. And they're like, this quality is not German. This is an embarrassment to German. I'm like, fuck, man. I like my car. It was really funny. Then I get to Italy, and my friend, Natale De Luca. Natale, if you ever show up, give me a shout out. So Natale, he was the son of the owner of the Volkswagen dealership in Catania, Sicily, where I lived. And we used to hang out. He's my best buddy when I was living in Sicily. So I brought my car to the dealership, and all the mechanics, they were just all over it. And the first thing they said to me was like, this is a piece of shit. I was like, what? You mofos. They're like, this is nowhere near the quality of the German GTIs. I was like, oh man, bummer. But it's okay. So I will never buy a German vehicle that's not built in Europe, period. My neighbor has one. They don't call it Atlas here, though. They call it Terramont. The Terramont is built alongside the Atlas. Gerardo was at one of the recent Hex meetups. I remember seeing him on a stream video in the background. Okay, tripod. Thanks. I'm super excited about the automation that Tetra may bring to the chain and DeFi in general. Great to be here, Randy. Thanks for all of you do for us. Hey, you're welcome. Venture Dapp looked good, played with it, then one day done. I'm sure he's good for it. Just curious if any insight. Yeah, me too. I want to know. Venture probably sucks at marketing. Yeah. Gerardo, I don't think was sucking at marketing. He was one of the guys that was, streaming every day talking about the Hex price when the price was going like that. I'll have pizza tomorrow night for sure. A spider literally just came down from the ceiling next to me on a web like a ninja. No. I don't know what Golden Times is. I don't even think Golden Times still exists if that's the kind of place. Blue Oyster Bar. Hey, Randy, I'm in EU. Heard some countries are planning slamming crypto investors. We're thinking about moving maybe. Any recommendation for crypto family-friendly countries? Yeah, anywhere here in Central America is good. El Salvador, Panama, Costa Rica. Just that Costa Rica is getting super expensive. I mean, hyper expensive. It's getting out of control. Colombia is good too. So there you go. You got 4 countries. Argentina is really cheap. You could talk to Black Label Expat for that. He'll tell you. It's just, you want to, there's only certain neighborhoods like Palermo in Argentina that I would live in, but you'll see. Panama is safe all around pretty much, except for Cologne. Cologne's rough. But the city itself's great, and anywhere along the beach areas is great. How to transit? I have an S8. I need a new phone. Well, it was just a cheapie. I just signed my contract, so they gave me a free phone. But these are only like $120 on Amazon, something like that. The Galaxy A03. It works fine. I'm not looking for something snazzy that all it's there for is my Staker app. Anyone watching what's going on in Paris? Crazy riots live on YouTube. Don't mess with the French. Get the guillotines out. I wish it would happen. God, I like my YouTube channel. I thought Panama would be much better than Mexico. Not during the lockdowns. Panama went full Gestapo, man. The reason why we fled to Mexico is because I've told the story many times. It was about August, so we're six and a half months into the pandemic, and it was a Sunday. In Panama, you were only allowed out as a man. I was only allowed out 2 days a week, Mondays and Wednesdays for 2 hours. That's it. So it was a Sunday. Nobody's allowed out on Sundays. I lived in a private neighborhood on the old Howard Air Force Base. It's now called Panama Pacifico. It was a private neighborhood. Private, meaning there was gated, right? I took my 3-year-old. He was almost 3 at the time, maybe two at the time. Because we're locked up in the house, and our apartment was only like 100 square meters. So we're just walking, going to the park, and all of a sudden, I'm heading towards the front gate, and cop cars coming through the gate with their lights and sirens. I'm like, oh, that's odd. They rolled up to me. The cops got out of the car with their hands on their guns and started yelling at me. Grabar tu niño. Donde está tu vive? Just going off on me like, where do you live? You're not supposed to be outside. Go back to your house, and screaming at me while I got my kid. I said, I'll live right there. I said, I'll go back. That was enough for me. So came home and bought my plane tickets because we knew the airport was opening in 2 weeks. The airport was closed here. So the airport was opening in 2 weeks. So we went to Acapulco, and we were back to living a free life again. Even though they had masks and stuff, they had some stupid mask rules. Like you couldn't even go in Walmart without a mask or any malls. It was a little bit rough, but nothing like here in Panama. So we did Mexico City, we did Mazatlan, Acapulco, San Miguel. Loved it. Loved Mexico. We were going to stay, but once it opened up here, I would rather live in Panama any day. Mexico or Panama? Mexico or Panama? I much prefer Panama, even though during the lockdowns it was hell. When I came home, one of the first things I said to the cops, I walked up to a couple of cops. They used to, patrol the streets. They have the beat cops in Panama. So I walked up to there was a lieutenant, a teniente, and his underling. And I said to the lieutenant, I told him the story. And I said, why, you as the police, why didn't you fight for us and not agree to these stupid rules? He goes, well, we were just doing what we were told. Oh, that's the fucking simple excuse. Ooh, that's why I don't respect cops. Man, and that's what's going on in Paris right now, right? Cops are just doing their thing. Bobby says, I spent a lot of time in Mazatlan. We used to drive from Manzanillo and camp out on the beach and fish. Good eats. Man, Mazatlan was amazing. Loved it. But I got real sick there. That's where I had my kidney stones. It was terrible. But I'm glad it happened in Mazatlan because the hospital was really cool. I never had a Staker app account, but used it to put in my address to see how far along my stakes are. Is there another app that can do that for free? Tripod. I don't know. I've never tried anything else. Staker app works fine for me. Sandra, thank you. Appreciate you. Just do it. Nice. You got you the recovered hex on the Samsung, Randy. What a blessing. Yeah, absolutely. You think about it, in 15 years, that original 20,000 hex stake is likely going to be 120, 130,000 hex or something crazy. Pulsechain drama or circus became just copy ETH 2.0 times 1 will be something new for 100x PLX. Who knows? Sergey, my guess is I've been in crypto a lot longer than you. 100x is nothing in crypto. You're going to doubt Richard Hart? Jacques got me some more ICOS on the recent dip. I'd stake it, but fees are painful. Yeah, I hear you. Absolutely, I hear you. Save your past races, but also use HSI stakes. Guys, if you want a discount, buy the HSI stakes. What's up, Corey? Doug, you're a lucky man falling into this community. Absolutely. I wish I started that. When people realize they will not become millionaires or trillionaires in Pulsechain, they will realize cult failing apart. Sergey, man, look, man, I understand your point of view. You're no different than the other 95 out of 100 people that I told about Hex in the first couple of months, and they missed out on the 10,000 Hex. The only dreams found seductive was Havanese drama. Robert, what are we talking about? Hey, Bright Light. The only drama I could not look away from was Japanese drama. Robert. I don't drink and I don't smoke weed, but sometimes mushrooms find their way into my stomach. Oh, God. That's something you can't get. I've never seen psychedelics in Panama. Never. So all I get is my, oh, wow, my cover image is really nice. Just want to say that. So I'm going into the chat right now. Dun, dun, dun. Gotta find, there's Sandra. Let me give Sandra a wrench. Add as a moderator. All right. There we go. All set. This one too. I'm passing out some band hammers. Because yesterday folks weren't doing their job. It was pretty funny. Oh, God. Okay. All right, we're good. Sorry about that moment, but it's always good to have some mods. Hexagon Tattooer, I'm ready to take this ride with all you awesome people. Look, the ride was fun when Hex launched. It's going to be fun again. There's so many ways to make money on Pulsechain. It's just going to be all the stuff on PulseX, being a validator. It's just so much opportunity. I think people are going to love it. And even the degens are going to love it too. I got Hex at 0.003 a few days after BPD. There you go, Meltoni. The price reached a penny right before Xmas, Christmas, and New Year's of 2021. There you go. I didn't know it lasted that long. I remember that Hexologist picked up something like quarter of a penny. I didn't know it stayed there for a few days. I thought it was just a few hours. He said in his stream about half his messages just say when moon, sir, or when price go up. In 2 cycles, all turtles will be millionaires if they don't sell. We were close. We were close there for a little while in this last cycle. Maybe it was the squids. I can't remember. Is the turtle higher than a squid? It's been a while. Just for clarity, when you mention ending a stake and then restaking, is there a function on Hex to do that without ending the stake? No, John. Sorry. You got to end stake, then restake it. Hello, Susie Q. Hexfetti. Optimality turtles are just under 300,000 hex. Man, it's not going to take much for them to become millionaires this next cycle. That's $1.50, right? Or no, you need more than that. But $2.50, $3. No, $3.50, $3.25. Think about $3.25 puts them at millionaires. That'd be amazing. 10 days fast is gangster. Yeah, yes, it is. My favorite place in Columbus was Thurman's Burgers in German Village. Are you kidding? I never even heard of Thurman's Burgers. And I lived in German Village. That's weird. I lived on Thurman Street, or was that the name of the street? Thurman. Yeah. Thurman Avenue? Yeah, that's the street I lived on. Weird. How come I don't know that one? But I lived there in 99, 2000. So 188 live in the chat. Thank you. You have to go. UFO to go. The bridge opening on Friday will be nice for the community going into the weekend. What bridge? You mean? So you're talking that Pulsechain's already live and then the bridge opening 2 days later? Brenton, you gotta up that game, Brenton. Fasting changes your life. When I work from home, and the one thing that fasting does for me is it lets me focus better. If you know the whole day you're not going to eat, it gives you this hyper focus. You're not worried about, my wife calls me Raton Perez. It's an old cartoon from Mexico, I believe, where, go to the refrigerator and go find stuff, that kind of thing. If you're not eating, Randy doesn't Raton Perez, or I'm not saying to her, hey, where are we going to eat? I just sit here and I work. What's a good stable to get after launch? LUSD. So LUSD you're talking about Ethereum. I like LUSD. I'm guessing Richard likes DAI. So DAI is going to be good too. I just couldn't finish 48 hours more. My longest is 72 hours. That's still pretty good, Sandy. Use your incentives to build up your bags. Don't sell your PLS or PLSX. Keep what you got. Let the market move. That's right. Little Ben. Hi, Randy. When USDC depegged a few weeks ago, some said PulseX address helped stabilize stables through some trades. If you agree with this or understand that line of thinking, mind explaining? Maybe to help their own bags. I mean, what's the number one motivator in people's lives? Themselves. If it's to protect their own assets, why not? I saw a recent post regarding. Yes, we are. We are resilient. I just got past that, Sandy. Right now, this afternoon around 4 p.m., I was like, oh my God, dang it. I want to eat something. But now I'm past it. It says on their sacrifice page that you should expect nothing in return. Yeah, exactly. That Jetta I had was built in Mexico in 2014. It died. Yeah, I had my 1990 Jetta was the last. I had a 1990 and a half. That's what they called it. It was the last Jetta built in Germany. And then they started building them in Mexico. and I bought a 1995 Jetta, and the quality just wasn't the same as my 90. But yeah, Optimality Sicily is amazing, and I just got back. I mean, not just got back, but we were there in Sicily in July, the whole month of July of 2022. We were there, and I'll tell you what, I love that place. Love it, love it, love it. My wife loved it. My son loved it. The food was amazing. We went to Palermo. We stayed in we stayed in Palermo. We stayed in Catania for 2 whole weeks because that's where I used to live. I wanted to revisit, and went to the top of Mount Etna. We went to Siracusa, which is in English we call it Syracuse, right? Agrigento, where they have the Greek temples. We went to Taormina. Taormina is absolutely beautiful, but way, way, way different than when I lived there. When I lived there, Taormina wasn't so commercial. And now it's very, very commercial. Oh, great, Corey. I was with the Mentor team in New York for NFT NYC event about 3 weeks ago. They're still working. Good people. Great. That's what I want to hear. Oh, goodness. B-Flow is trying to get me in trouble. Best car I ever bought was a VW Jetta. Fell into the recall. Got my money back plus 45 miles to the gallon. Gave me 2 years back on KBB to keep our mouths shut. Got a new Jeep out of the deal. Spaniard. Look, I was a Volkswagen master salesman, and I left right before the recall happened. I moved to Panama in 2011. I think the recall happened beginning of 2012 or something. But yeah, man, I used to sell the crap out of those Jetta TDIs, especially the station wagons. I'm from upstate New York. Everybody likes station wagons. We're a big area for Subarus and stuff like that. So if they didn't want a Subaru, they came to Volkswagen and got the Jetta TDI. That whole recall thing was utter bullshit, man. You're going to take a vehicle off the road that gets 45 MF and miles per gallon and not give a shit about the Tahoes? And not give a shit about the vehicles that are spewing black stuff out the back of their vehicles? Give me a break, US. What a bunch of bullshit that was. I'm fighting for Volkswagen here. And they had whole lots, like airfields filled with thousands upon thousands of Volkswagen Jetta turbo diesels they were going to destroy. And they gave everyone back their money who bought a car. Goodness. What a shame that was. But you got to love a country that protects their own manufacturers. The new Pixel is the vibe, easiest to flash a new OS to and de-Google, or the Xiaomi 13 if you de-Xiaomi and de-Google it. Yeah, I heard the Xiaomi's, my buddy has one. The camera is lit. Beautiful camera. I don't know anything about the Pixel though. I have super low blood pressure. So Doc said, wish I had low blood pressure, Sandy. What sort of ratio would it take to convince you to swap your PHEX for PLSX? 30-1. If 30 PLS can get me 1 PHEX, I'm all over it. Then I won't give 2 shits about my PLS. I'll be like, I'll keep a couple hundred for gas and go all in. PHEX, baby, PHEX. Clintrones, anything below SAC value. Well, right now we're at the ratio at this current moment. We're getting kind of late here, but let's go back to the chart. We'll just pull up HEX here. Who cares about the other ones? HEX is up 12.24% today. So we're at 549. So the current ratio is 549 PLS will get you 1 HEX at the SAC rate. Okay. So I would imagine, and we just did this on testnet version 4. I have my notes from our call the other day that we did for the no permissions call, and the SAC rate or the ratio was 45 pulse gets you 1 PHEX. What would you do? I would start DCAing into HEX. especially if I had a lot. Stake hacks. Today we'll show you all your stakes. Just put the address in. Thank you, Ted. And thank you, CryptoSlaw. If you haven't seen real lockdowns, unless you were in lockdown in New Zealand or Australia, I live in New Zealand. Our lockdowns were brutal. Yeah, Ivan, I know. New Zealand, Canada, and Australia. Isn't that weird? I have to unstake Hex this week. The fees, man. Yeah, the fees. How many X's do I predict? I stand by my 100X in 90 days. That's good for me. That's fine. Wrench gang. Hey, I only did a couple. Hey, ATX, good to see you, sir. You got to go into the jungle and get the mother ayahuasca. Look, I'm not into the trippy thing. For me, the one I did was I did the space cakes or the space muffins, or whatever you want to call them, over in Netherlands, in Amsterdam. And that was trippy enough. But I ate a whole one, okay? And I was having the time of my life. My wife, she ate half of one, and she was seeing shit climbing up the walls. I don't think I've ever told this story. Maybe I have, but I know I've told it privately to people, but I don't think I ever have publicly with so many people watching. But my wife, so we were at Steam Fest for Steemit. We used to work, we were on the Steemit team. This is 2016, November 2016. And I told my wife, I'm like, hey, tonight's the final dinner. Why don't we go get some of the space cakes and let's see how they go. So I bought a couple, I brought it back, gave it to a couple of the other people. I ate mine. She ate maybe a quarter. I don't even know how much. Get back to our room and it starts to hit. And I'm like, wow, this is cool. I'm seeing all kinds of colors and it's just a beautiful thing. But all of a sudden she starts twitching and starts freaking out. And I'm a psych nurse. So my first instinct, I put the door, the chair against the door so that in case I start tripping, that neither one of us can get out of the room. I was like, I don't want us running around the hotel butt ass naked. So I sat there and I watched her and I'm high as a kite, but I'm just stroking her hair. I'm like, baby, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. No, there's shit everywhere. They're coming for us. She was having a full-on meltdown. And that lasted about 3 hours. So we missed the final dinner. So if you look at the Steam Fest in 2016, the final dinner picture, we're not in it. It's because we're in our room tripping. Oh God, everyone was making fun of us. That was like the private joke of the Steemit company for a while. Randy and Annabelle, they got stoned at the final dinner. Oh man. Excuse me. Anybody who's been to Amsterdam knows what I'm talking about. You can go pick a frog in the jungle, free psychedelics. Yeah, you go ahead and lick those frogs, Expedition. If it weren't for Hexologist and his BOD stream, I'd very likely be a wrecked pleb. Optimality, you're right. I was there every night because I had nothing better to do, right? Hey, Brenton. Yeah. 333 Hex, I'll take it. What's your take on the Coast Hex locking withdrawal burn? It seems like the current discount structure will be very expensive when Hex appreciates beyond $1. I don't really know Archipelago. I'm just cool. I just love the fact that the Coast team is always building and always bringing in new stuff. They're really serious. Oh, thank you, ATX. Appreciate you. Turtles will be almost 0.6 millionaires if we hit $2. Could easily be millionaires at the next top through talk, though I'm thinking. Yeah. So I was something like 350 would put them at millionaires. Breaking a fast to fast, straight to the toilet. Yeah. Exactly, Reagan. Yeah, be careful if you've been streaming, if you've been fasting a while, break with some light protein. Don't just go eat a whole meal. You'll pay for that. Stomach ache on the way. Yes, please. Sandeep, whenever I got some fresh Ethereum, and the fees are lower. What are your thoughts on Sponge Trayvon Big Connect pants? I respected him. He was on Steam with me. He was one of the writers. I knew him back in his BitConnect days. Never really followed him. I was not a BitConnect guy. Him and Craig Grant were both guys that were, I was around all the time. So once he apologized, that was fine. But I stopped following him recently over the other thing that he's promoting and when he was saying bad things about Hex. I didn't like that. So that's all. I got nothing against him, but I don't have to follow people. Good nighttime, Randy. Back to sleepless Richard nights. All good. Thanks for the streams. You're welcome, Irish Hex. Get some sleep. Oh wow, you streamed with Jesse? Cool. Christopher Andre. What's up? Think RH launch a stable coin? I don't know. There's enough. We have LL and Power City. That's enough. We don't need more. Pulsechain in May 2024. Oh goodness. I don't think so. I will never be afraid to tell somebody they're sucked. You're talking about for the stream? The food is amazing. The land is fertile. I can't wait to go there. You think the more the better, genetics? Well, it gives less chance to things to fall apart, right? If you have ones to switch to. Yeah. Did they gonna make a stable? Really? Yeah, those wagons were badass. I thought you were going to kill your mom in that Jetta. No, that was a GTI, man. GTI. I drove all over Italy 120 miles an hour. The rev limiter let me go to 121. J-Man, what's going on? Wow. What stable would be good to use with new money when PLS launches? Probably stick with DAI. DAI will probably be fine. Jeez, 200 megapixel sensor? That's in the S23 or something like that. Great camera software too. Pixel is nice. Can't get them here though. They don't sell them in Panama. I could buy it on Amazon, I guess, but it's not available here. Have you bought any of the meme coins blowing up? Daniel, no. I don't do memes. Yeah, I lie. I nothing that's hot right now, but I have other ones that are coming to Pulsechain. TDI was the shit. I remember drove through some South Colorado to go camping. The entire speedway down there was a Jetta graveyard. I feel you. My wife got all emotional. It was a whole deal. Yeah. Very upsetting. A couple mods, and you can easily get up to 60 miles per gallon. My turbo diesel, my Touareg, it's amazing, the gas mileage. Compared to my T1, I gas up once a month with the Touareg. My T1, I had to gas up every week. The thing was just like killed the gas. Aaron, did you say you got your wallet back by restoring your phone? Couldn't someone else then do that to take the funds? Not trying to, yeah, of course they could. Expire, but they would need to know my password to get into Google. They would need to have the old phone and the new phone, right? There's a lot of steps you have to do security-wise in order to complete that. So don't think it's easy. Our boy Simba, there's nothing to complain about. Hey, Randy, should I mint my Hedron from my native stakes to get a copy on Pulse? No, they're already going to be mintable. That's a whole system stake copy. Kinetics is upset. I just didn't see your name when I was scrolling through. I just did 3 real quick. Goodness. Psychedelics are good shit. I have a newborn at the moment, so not again for at least a while, but you'll all have fun. Yeah, it's amazing. I predict 50 cent or 0.5x in 30 days. Sorry, moon people. Okay. Yes, sir. The new pixel plus graphene equals life. I'm telling you. Wow, that sounds cool. There's also Calyx and others, but graphene is the new fire. All right. Wow. Maybe I'll do that for my next phone then. Just try to find something with that. Because this one, where is it? My A72 is getting old. It's starting to do its little flickering thing. You know how phones get after about 2 years. I'm gonna make you some mushrooms on my lathe to commemorate this. All right, Spaniard. PLSX? No. I think PLS is gonna dip at launch below the 0.0001. So it'll probably go to 0.00005, I'm guessing. It'll drop 50%. Edibles can go too far. Mother Earth knows how to take care of you. Yeah, I love edibles. Just if I don't want you to fall. Okay. Yeah, stop abusing the frogs. Oh, goodness. What's the Pulse update? Richard blocked me. It looks like it's coming. He said, when moon, sir. They said, when it's ready, but it's looking very optimistic. Thoughts on Hex price will drop by announcement? Yeah, it's going to drop. No doubt in my mind. Look at the big payday. Look at big payday in 2020. Then get back to me. That would be badass. Chew woo foo. Thoughts on Polygon for long term? It's a layer 2. I think layer 1s are going to spank layer 2s. My Samsung S8 Plus over 8 years old. Yes, I need a new phone. See, that's my worry. I don't want my phone to stop working one day. My S8 is still kicking. It still has such a nice screen for its age. Used as an air-gapped cold wallet for a while. Nice. All right, I got to the comments. Polygon is getting spanked and will continue to be spanked. All right, everybody. I am out of here. I appreciate